Hey, folks. How's it going? We're back for another episode of Distorted Minds, where we talk movies.
Talk about movies. How you doing?
How we doing today?
Hope everybody's doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
We're doing all right.
Doing pretty good. We just bought some concert tickets the other day. Lots of good concerts coming up. That's going to be fun.
We actually pretty much saw this show already, minus In Flames.
Yeah. Lamb
But
of God,
that's just the
Megadeth.
excuse to go again.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
So without further dudes, let's cheers into it. Or yeah.
Cheers.
Clap those cheeks. And
It's
action.
clapping time.
Coming out clapping.
That's a good clap.
Yeah.
That
Solid.
echoed.
You can be one of those guys.
Yeah, I feel like I have it in me. Like, all you gotta do is just give me a chance.
I'll be the gaffer guy. Is
Yeah.
that this guy?
Yeah, I think that's... No, is that
Oh,
the...
that's the boom mic
guy.
operator.
You can't get the boom in frame.
right.
It's fun, though. You'll notice sometimes in movies or television show, it might go... and then just be gone. Like,
I'll be the key grip. I don't know what that person does, but I always hear it.
yeah, I don't know what they're gripping, and I don't think they wear keys. Like, I'm not sure what that job entails. But yeah, movie talk,
Yeah, we got a couple of good ones for you.
episode 12,
We got some Big Lebowski and some
and the
Godfather,
Godfather.
the Dude Father. Before
That would be
that-
that would be funny. You take the dude, make him Sicilian, and just have him running the crime, like the crime family. He'd be like, yeah, whatever, man. It's just like your opinion, man.
That's dude.
But then he's also having people assassinated. You know, Walter would be his fucking...
Assassinated.
Donnie would be like the consigliere,
Uh-huh.
like the advisor. And Walter, he's the muscle, dude. Walter'd be the muscle. He's ready to pop a cap in everybody right off the bat. He'd be like the Luca Brazzi.
It's a league game, Smokey.
Yeah. It's a
Market zero.
A league game that he was like a half hour late to. He was fucking late.
Let's see. You got any opening statements? I wanted to announce that because we talked about many movie talk episodes ago. We talked about watching the Jackass movie, and it's
Oh, yeah.
finally coming out February 4th.
Nice. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Just want to point out a goof I made at the end of the last episode. We're talking about our
You
next
goof?
picks. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. But I said that Godfather was a Martin Scorsese film. It is not. It was Francis Ford Coppola. My bad.
Francis
Nobody
Ford
probably
Coppola.
cared, but I was like, you know what, Mike?
I know.
You piece of shit.
That's how I feel every time, too.
I
when
was like-
I get something wrong or I
Yeah.
misquote something.
Yeah, I was like on my drive home or some shit. It was like a day. I was like, I don't know. It was like I messaged you though, and I was like, I fucked up. Like
was
I
like-
said, this guy is that guy. Cause
We'll just correct it when we
The
get
Wolf
there.
of Wall Street is a Martin Scorsese film.
Oh, yeah,
That's my
because that's
out.
what you were going to
I'm
pick.
giving that my out. Yeah, no, it's Francis Ford Coppola.
Speaking
Made
of
The Godfather.
Francis Ford Coppola, did you watch any other movies?
I did.
Because I watched a Sofia Coppola movie.
Oh, really?
Actually, I watched this like a couple weeks ago, but I forgot to mention it on the last one. Lost in Translation. You
That's
seen
her?
this one? Yeah.
No, I've never seen it. I know it's got
It's supposed to be like
Bill Murray,
yeah.
and Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be like an art house type of movie, like.
It looks kind of that way. I remember
It
seeing like a preview for it and stuff, and I've heard people talk about it.
I mean, people like they say it's like a great movie and shit like that. It's highly rated and everything. I thought it was just okay, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid to get what's so great about it, but
don't understand art, Kevin.
it was fine. But those are I like the more serious type movies nowadays. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking while I was watching The Godfather, and kind of applies to the Big Lebowski too, and some of the other movies. Like my next pick is the one we've talked about. Because I seen like an article where it was talking about how movies in the theaters are probably going to end up being just like the big blockbuster type movies, and like movies like the Big Lebowski and the Godfather are probably going to be streaming, be like movies that go to stream, because that's kind of like the trend. They think things are going with like movies. Not saying like the superhero movies aren't movies, because I fucking love those. And I went to Avengers and all that shit.
Sure.
I love going. It's fun when you go to a full theater, but it is cool if you were to go see a movie like The Big Lebowski. It's different. Or like The Godfather was like a good, serious movie. You know what I mean? And it's like those are probably going to end up hitting more on the streaming services, which I thought was kind of sad.
It is kind of sad.
Because I love going to the movies.
So you're saying movies are going out of business?
No.
Oh,
I'm just saying that the kind of movies that are going to be making a lot of money at the movie theater are going to be like the big franchise shit.
Yeah.
Where like a little movie like The Big Lebowski's probably it would make less sense for them to distribute it into movie theaters and just go straight to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. That's like some predictions they have.
Know. It's already like we do get some, brand new movies on
Same
HBO
day.
and
The
shit.
Matrix, other ones all the time.
All the time. It's weird.
That's the way it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is like a
Harry Potter thing.
Spin-off of Harry Potter, like a prequel. I don't remember much about it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was very good. I watched The Fugitive, classic, Tommy Lee Jones, Harrison Ford. Al Pacino's not in it.
Oh.
It's Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't know. I've never seen it though.
Then I watched Star Trek.
There's a John Mulaney bit where he talks about that movie, right?
Maybe you might be talking about Heat or any other number of movies. And in The Fugitive, Harrison Ford is like wrongly accused of killing his wife. He gets framed, and then he manages to escape. Long story short, he's like the escaped guy from prison. Tommy Lee Jones is a U.S. Marshal, and it's a cat and mouse game.
Tommy Lee Jones is not gay.
Maybe that's why he's so uptight all the time.
This is the Tom Segura bit where his dad, they were watching a movie and Tommy Lee Jones appears on screen and he goes, "You know he was gay?" His dad said that to him, and then so he went around telling everybody that Tommy Lee Jones was gay, and then he finally came back to him like, "I know Tommy Lee Jones. He is not gay."
Tommy Lee Jones. He's like always so serious.
I
watched one more movie.
What'd you watch?
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
I'm more of a Star Trek guy.
I'm a Trekkie.
I like Star Trek. Star Trek Generations.
Yeah, you got who's in that?
Well, that's like the
Chris Pine.
No, this one's like early 90s. This has the old characters meeting fucking Patrick Stewart's fucking. It's like you got like Shatner's crew, and you got like Stewart's crew, and they meet. Like you got Kirk and Picard working together and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, like basically, it was like two generations of tracking.
Generations of idiots. Sorry.
Well, they weren't idiots, Kevin. They're really smart. They're in Starfleet. All right, you just can't. There's no let anybody go into Starfleet. I don't think.
Did you watch the newer ones though? Have you seen?
I have. I've seen of course, dude. I've seen I like that shit.
John Cho in there and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I've never seen them.
I
watched.
They're good. Well, the first one, and then it gets a little.
And they go downhill.
It gets a little iffy after that, but.
I watched Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nice.
It was so much fun.
Nice. You get
Just
all
a
kinds of jokes
great,
you didn't get when you were a
wholesome
kid.
movie. Yeah.
Like all that. You're like, oh shit.
Pierce Brosnan
funnier.
and shit. 007.
Yeah. He was just coming off of GoldenEye, dude. He was.
Fucking Nintendo 64 and shit.
Yeah. Horrible controls now if you go back and you're trying to play GoldenEye with like a Nintendo 64 controller.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck were they smoking when they made that thing?
buttons to move around or whatever.
Yeah, to look up and down.
Yeah.
Like, who is sitting around like, this is a good idea. Look at this controller. They're like, yeah. Like the guy who came up with that controller, they were like, his deadline was on Monday, and on Friday he didn't have shit. So he just did mounds of cocaine.
Phoned it in.
Yeah, no, he just did a lot of coke. He went the Stephen King route, did a lot of coke, and then he showed up on Monday with that Nintendo 64 controller. Like,
so this is how you look.
and they were like, God damn it. We love it. How do you hold it?
No one knew how to hold a Nintendo 64 controller when they first came out. Or if you give it to like a kid nowadays, they'll hold it like this and shit. You know, the wrong way.
And be like, is this a starship?
Like,
could use it as like a fucking.
This is a controller?
Could use that. It's like a multi-purpose toy now. It could be a controller or, Star Wars ship. Use your imagination.
Just flying around with it.
Yeah. Sure.
What else did I watch? The Killing of a Sacred Deer. This was a weird fucking movie, man. Who's that guy? Colin Farrell.
Okay.
He was in it, but it was weird. Like, it was throwing me off because the dialogue, everything is so fucking, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they don't show a lot of emotion in the dialogue on purpose. And the dialogue was pissing me off, so I had to, like, Google it. I was like, why are they talking like this? And shit. And it's so that you don't get emotionally attached to any of the characters or something, so you can, like, objectively, judge whether...
That is odd.
It's very odd, but it was interesting, to say the least. Yeah. I guess it's worth watching maybe once. But I don't know if I'd watch it again. Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Next one I watched, Schindler's List.
You just felt like having a great time on a Saturday.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, honey, make the popcorn.
That is like a 3-hour
Let's
movie.
sit down.
Dude. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, once. Yeah, it's like all you need to see that
Liam
movie.
Neeson.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, it was good.
He did Steven Spielberg did Jurassic Park after that movie. He went from like that
from Holocaust to fucking
to fucking dinosaurs and shit. Yeah, he's like, I need a palate cleanser. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, and Ben Kingsley too. He's in that, and he's in the movie I'm picking later.
Well, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not Iron Man 3.
Damn it, you got me.
I'm gonna say it's not Iron Man 3.
Last one I just watched this morning actually, The Lighthouse.
Dude,
seen it?
No, I want to though with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
and
Robert Pattinson.
He's gonna be the Batman in a few months.
I know he's a really good actor, man.
That's what they say. I haven't personally.
This is my
seen any of his movies.
Second time watching this movie. The first time I didn't pay enough attention to it. And that was like maybe a year ago or so. But I really liked it, man. It's very interesting, weird, and it's just them two out in a fucking island, little lighthouse, and they're trying not to go insane and shit.
Is it streaming anywhere for freeze?
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
That's not free.
Do you have Amazon?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I've
rented movies on there, but I don't have the Prime.
I accidentally
service.
re-upped my Amazon for some reason.
Is it worth renting though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would
probably rent it.
It's one of those A24 movies, you know what I'm talking about? Production company or whatever.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I think I can see the logo in my head.
Yeah. They got a lot of weird ones.
I like Willem Dafoe, dude. Who doesn't like Willem Dafoe? He's the shit.
Yeah, he's great. But yeah, that's it for my other movies I watched. We can start getting into these
Let's do it.
These ones, which one should we jump into first? Dun, dun, dun.
Jump into the gabalagoo.
The gabagool. The Godfather.
Have you seen The Godfather?
The Godfather. I have seen it, but like, again, it's one that like I didn't pay attention when I watched it the first time. I was maybe 14, 15 when I seen it. So it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. You're like 41 now, so
yeah.
That's a long.
Yeah. I'm getting up there. All right, so yeah, The Godfather. Interesting. Francis Ford Coppola, not Scorsese.
Yeah, like him, Spielberg, and George Lucas were like all buddies. Like Francis Ford Coppola, like forwarded money for George Lucas to make a movie called THX. It was
like
a
the
number. Yeah, that was originally like a movie. But yeah, he gave George Lucas some money, and it's just like a Star Wars sidebar. When George Lucas showed a rough cut of the first Star Wars movie to his friends, Francis Ford Coppola was like, "That fucking sucked." He's like, "George, you could just fucking stop making movies and pay me back now."
Oh man.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola.
1972.
March 4th, 1972.
72, bro.
It was
we weren't even thought of.
No. It was adapted by a book of the same name, I believe.
I think I read that.
Mario Puzo. Look, the fucking pronunciations of names is going to be rough.
You're right.
Like, just in general. And Francis Ford Coppola, they actually, like, they had, like, one script, like, the first draft or so, and then Francis Ford Coppola worked on his draft while the other dude worked on his draft, and then they compared notes and kind of, like, formed the movie script off of that, from what I understand.
That's a weird way to go about it.
Yeah, the making of this movie is interesting. There was, like, some real mob shit going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tied in?
Yeah, like some real mob shit going on. But get to that, I guess.
It's one of the highest movies we've rated on this. I mean, highest rated movies we've covered. 97 tomato meter and 98 audience score.
Take that as you will, I guess.
Fucking fresh.
That is super fresh.
Yeah. That tomato be fresh.
Yeah, the tomato.
Where did they come up with the fucking tomato shit?
I think because, like, back in the day, if you were, like, getting booed off stage, people would throw tomatoes at you, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
Maybe. I don't know. That's my interpretation of it.
I like that. That's cool. Boo.
They had a budget of $6 to $7 million, and it made over $200 million, which was a lot of money.
A lot of scratch.
It was the highest selling movie of all time there for a little while.
You know what the tagline is?
Gabalagoo. Family tradition.
It's a gabagool time.
What is is there an actual tagline for it?
Yeah.
What is it?
An offer you can't refuse.
Gonna make an offer.
Standard. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. They say that a lot.
Yep.
Pretty
Marlon
good.
Brando.
I was gonna say pretty good cast.
I know. You got Al Pacino. He looks like a baby. Holy shit. He's young as fuck in this.
Young Pacino. You got James Caan. Caan. You did.
We did it again.
I did the Khan from Star Trek.
We did that last time.
We did. Shit, we did do that last time.
We're repeating over here. We're on repeats.
It's a loop over here. Talia Shire from Rocky. She was Adrian in the Rocky franchise, who plays the sister in this movie with the abusive husband.
Right.
She's actually Francis Ford Coppola's sister, according to what the internet says.
Okay.
Which I didn't know before. That was new for me.
Sophia's his daughter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She was the baby that was getting blessed at the end of the movie.
Oh.
When all the mob bosses were getting killed.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was the
not
baby.
know that.
He put all his family in the movie, dude.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I wish I had a fucking dad who was making movies.
Yeah. Like, he put his fathers in the movie, playing piano and helped with the score. He's like, hey, I'm just going to get all my family in here. But it's got Robert Duvall, too. He's good. He played the Tom, like the advisor guy. He's been in all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else he was in.
Well, he was in Days of Thunder, but you probably haven't seen that.
No.
Shit, I had other ones in my head too, but now that I'm on the spot, like,
I know, right?
He's a good actor, though.
Let's see. So, basically, it's a mob family, right? You open up and it's the daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Yep. It's the Corleone family is a mafia family. They have like their own territory and stuff. There's all these other mob families, and yeah, the movie opens up. This guy is asking the Don Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, a favor. Which
everybody's asking him favors.
Yeah, apparently, when your daughter gets married, you can't refuse somebody's request on that day only.
The day of my daughter's wedding.
He's like, you don't put any respect on my name. Still, are you my friend? But yeah. So that's how it starts. A really, really long wedding scene.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like half the movie may have been taking place at that wedding. Like, there's a lot of wedding.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of wedding.
It did go on for a minute.
For a while, it felt like. But it was all right.
You got the FBI there poking around.
Yep. That's where you meet all the family. You got the older brother, I think, is played by James Caan. Caan! And Santino, or Sonny. And then you have some other dude, I forget his name, playing Fredo. And then you meet Michael, played by Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. It's
a whole family
How old
thing.
was he in this movie?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
He looks very young.
Maybe 20s, 30s? Who
yeah.
knows? But, so, they're in the mafia. Probably our main character would be Michael Corleone. He was a war hero in World War II. He's like not really been part of the family.
Yeah, he's not
business,
quite in
quote
the
unquote.
business. Yeah,
he's kind of out doing his own thing, and like that's what his dad wanted him to do. He's like, I never wanted this life for you, Michael. Later on, so he's out doing his own thing, living, having a good time.
Yeah, he's got a girl.
Yeah, he's got a nice girl, and then another crime family did a hit on his dad. Almost killed him. Well, real quick.
That's right.
There was that scene where he's like, I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah.
And then
tagline.
That dude wakes up with the horse's head.
Yeah, because they go to California to try to get Johnny Fontaine, the movie.
Speaking of Johnny Fontaine.
And
I got a whole thing.
The guy refused, so they cut off his horse's head and put it under his blanket.
Yeah, they make a point to show you the horse first. He's like, this is my prized horse, $600,000. Look at this pretty horse. And then it gets its head cut off. And that was a real horse's head, by the way.
Horse's head under the covers.
It was a real one, too. Wasn't fake.
Knives Out song that says that shit.
They got the horse's head from a dog food factory.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Yeah, right. The story didn't get better.
That is cool. It's got to be authentic.
It's got to be. Hang on. Fuck. I hit the wrong button. I gobbledygook. Okay. So, Johnny Fontaine, the guy who was going to play
the actor, yeah.
Yeah. This actor named Al Martino was a real singer in some nightclubs. Basically, he was going to get this movie role. He contacted him. The producer gave him the part. However, Martino was stripped of the part after Coppola became director, and Coppola awarded the role to singer Vic Damone. According to Martino, After being stripped of the role, he went to Russell Buffalino. I said it was going to be bad. A Buffalino.
A Buffalino.
A Buffalino.
I love it.
Buffalino was Al Martino's godfather. Like a legit godfather, underworld mob boss godfather. He went to his godfather, and that godfather orchestrated the publication of various news articles, just like they did in the movie, like making up news stories and shit because they got people on the payroll in the newspapers. They orchestrated the publication of various news articles that claimed Coppola was unaware of Rudy giving Martino the part. Damone eventually dropped the role because he did not want to provoke the mob.
Oh, jeez.
So, ultimately, the part was given to the Al Martino guy. He went to his godfather, maybe on that dude's fucking daughter's wedding.
This the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah, he was like, hey, I need this part. I need to get back on top. Which is just like, it's like an exact scene out of the movie.
It's like a meta type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a real life imitating art thing right there. Sorry for that long sidebar. I found that interesting.
Oh, that's cool. That was awesome.
That shit really happened. There's like a scene in the movie, if you've never seen The Godfather, at the beginning, like Kevin, we were talking about, this Las Vegas singer-entertainer guy comes to The Godfather and asks him to get put in this movie, even though the movie producer said, no, I don't want you in this movie. And then so The Godfather sent Robert Duvall over to negotiate. Didn't work. So basically, they sent him his horse's head in bed. And then next thing you know, he's in the movie. So
brutal.
That shit may have happened. Who knows?
Yep. Then they do try to kill the Don Vito.
They do.
They shoot him up pretty good.
Oh yeah, they shoot him quite a few times.
Yeah, he got capped.
People get capped in this movie. Also, if you learn anything from watching The Godfather,
dying.
If you learn anything from watching The Godfather, don't get into cars.
Oh, yeah.
If you do, get in the back seat. Like, if you're in a mob situation, never get in the front seat.
Right.
Even if you're driving, it doesn't matter.
This is probably like...
because you'll get strangled or shot.
This is probably like the beginning of the mob, genre, right? Like, what else was before this?
It was the first, like, good one that kicked it off, because there was a lot of, like, Italian, Sicilian people working on it, made it more authentic. Like before, like mobster movies are like, get over here, see, I'm gonna get you, Like,
yeah. Then you got like the Scorsese movies coming after it, and the Sopranos and that type of shit.
Yeah, it really is kind of the Godfather.
It's the Godfather of mob movies.
Yeah, it really is.
That's cool.
Yeah, it like cleaned up as far as like awards went, from, like best picture, best screenplay, actors. All that stuff.
Lots of awards and shit.
Yeah, it got inducted to that library, like the cultural library thing, whatever the fuck it's called, Library of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
So did our other movie, the Lebowski's in there too. We've watched quite a few movies that have been put in there as like culturally.
That's cool. Important. I need to like look at what's in there.
See what all's in there, right?
Yeah.
What's in there? I don't even know.
Open up the Disney vault already. Remember when Disney did that? Remember Disney? They put all the movies in the vault so you couldn't buy them and shit for a while back in the day.
I didn't know
and then
that.
they were like re-released them one by one.
I did not know that.
What's the part where dude gets stabbed in the hand and then they fucking...
Oh.
And then they strangle him too.
Yeah, that was the first strangulation.
Right.
That was Luca Brasi. Luca Brasi had the best names in this movie, dude.
And I can't remember their names.
After the... I just watched it last night, so it's super fresh.
Super fresh. That's good. Is it certified fresh?
Yeah, it would be. So after they try to kill the Godfather, Luca Brasi goes over there to kill that guy.
He's still alive, though.
But they're ready for it. He goes over there to meet that bad guy. And then the bartender stabs him in the hand, and then he starts getting choked, and then he's dead. And then one of my favorite lines in the movie is they're all hanging out and they get a package like, "Hey boss, we got a package for you," and they give it to him. And they unwrap it, and it was like some fish in that thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Fish? What the fuck is this?" And he goes, "It's a Sicilian message.
It's a message.
Luca Braccia sleeps with the fishes."
Sleeping with the fishes.
I was like, damn.
Send him a fish. That's a funny message.
That is, but effective though.
I guess so.
Sleeps with the fishes.
You got Michael visiting his dad, in the hospital and shit, and he has to, like, move him to another room because people are coming and shit.
Yeah.
Coming to kill him.
The
They
hotel workers.
finish the job.
The hotel workers and the guards are all paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because the cops are on the payroll.
Right. He's got politicians.
It's like dirty
and
politicians,
yeah,
dirty cops. And then
you can't be a mob without some crooked cops.
Nope. They have their own cops too. You know what I mean? Like all the mob families have their own shit.
Their own sect.
So like in response to this, Michael Corleone, Al Pacino, decides he's gonna kill that guy and that cop, the sergeant. And he's never done it before. He's the one that was out of the family business, off doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Not involved in it.
He's trying to keep some distance between all the
And now he's about to go whack some dudes at a restaurant. And they figured out the restaurant and they put a gun there.
Yep, behind the toilet.
Yeah.
They got one of those chain toilets.
Yeah, it was very specific.
We could tape a gun behind the tank.
And they did. And we have the clip that starts like right after we just said that.
That was a tense moment, dude. I was like, when he was in the bathroom, I was like, and he couldn't find it at first.
Well, before he leaves, he's like, Sonny, he's like, make sure you get that gun rigged in good. I don't want my brother coming out there with this stick in his hands.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, rig it up, Sonny.
Which one?
That would be that one.
Is that?
Yep.
They're
at the restaurant.
Cue the clip.
Come si dice? What I want, what's most important to me, is that I have a guarantee. No more attempts on my father's life.
What guarantees can I give you, Mike? I'm the hunted one. I missed my chance. You think too much of me, kid. I'm not that clever. All I want is a truce.
Truce. Sure you do.
The guy he's talking to orchestrated the hit on his dad.
Right.
For context, if you need it.
It's a lot of backstabbing.
You're gonna go.
The guy talking now is the police sergeant.
You gotta go, you gotta go. Grabs his dick.
Frisked him. He's clean.
Don't take too long.
Oh, and when they were driving there and they like took the wrong road or something, and he turned around and he's like, "What, we going to Jersey or something?"
He's like, "Maybe." He's gonna try and find the gun.
At first you're worried. You're like, "Did they put it there? Oh God!" And then like the tension builds as he's fucking preparing to come out blasting.
This is a great. He kills it here by not saying anything really.
Yeah.
It's all told of his
emotional, expressions.
It's like a fucking hurricane. Where's the storm? The storm is inside Michael Corleone's soul.
I guess so. Just like in that Al Pacino movie. Are you a Scarface fan?
No, not really.
Me neither, I don't know.
Tu mi capisci, no? Sei italiano come tuo padre?
I like how he's not listening to the fucking thing they're saying. He's just like,
I know, you can see it.
Thinking about what he's about to do. This is a turning point.
He's very nervous.
He's no going back.
Kablooey.
Right in the head.
Make sure you drop the gun.
I know. Drop the gun immediately.
2 in the head.
By the way, the score is great. It's got that classic,
Yeah.
and just the
You feel
and
like
just the
you're-
theme that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Like, I
Al
love that.
Pacino was born in 1940. That makes him what? 32? 130?
32.
Yeah.
32-year-old Pacino.
He looks good for 32.
So basically, you know, he's got to go away for a while because he started a war, a mob war. So while he's away, he's living in Sicily, and his
Falls in love.
Man, I fell in love with her too.
Right?
Like, I got a clip.
Very pretty.
I got a clip. But I think before that happens, they show how much of a hothead Sonny is. He's always flying off the handle and always cheating on his wife and shit, like, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like not the best leader. But like, one thing is clear, he cares about his family. So when he when he goes over, this is where I think this scene has the worst punch thrown maybe in movie history.
I think I remember.
This might be the worst. Like, this movie's great. I like it. But everything else is like, they just shot a guy in the head point blank range and all that stuff. But then they go to this and worst punch thrown.
Worst punch ever.
Worst punch ever.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Huh? What's the matter?
Talia Shire.
It was my fault!
Where is
Sonny, please. It was my fault. Sonny, it was my fault. I hit him. I started a fight with him. Please, Sonny. I hit him. Sorry, please.
She's been getting abused.
Okay, I'm
And
just...
she's pregnant at this point, right?
Yeah.
Sonny, please don't do anything. Please don't do it.
What's the matter with you? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make that baby an orphan before he's born.
What's the matter for you?
Gabagoo.
All right?
These fat slobs still betting Yankees pretty heavy? Stop taking action.
Slap of the salami.
We lost enough money last
He
week.
knows he's fucked too as soon as he pulls up.
The New York swimming pool.
Alright, look out for these punches. Hang on. It's this one coming up.
Yeah, that's kind of bad.
Alright, can we get an instant replay?
Sure.
I mean, this whole fight scene's kind of not
Kind of
great,
ridiculous.
but great acting by the other guy. He looked like he got rocked by a punch too. And he didn't. He was about a whole foot away.
Definitely played it off.
You can stop it whenever, but he beats the shit out of him. I just wanted to
Right.
point out that punch. Like everything else in the movies,
He bites his finger, dumps trash on him and shit.
just embarrasses him, and all the other mob guys are keeping the crowd back. They all probably know who he is in the neighborhood,
Right.
and they're not gonna fucking get in the way.
Beating him with the trash
Fucking
can lid.
can lid. It was like 1990s WWF.
Yep. He
Fucking hit up my sister.
My sister again, I'll kill you.
kill you.
Every time I see him, and I just want to do that. Yeah, that punch, man.
Yeah, that.
Like they didn't have the
coulda-
money to like reshoot that.
Or like cut to
Something.
a different camera
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, you know how many times these movies get watched during the editing process? Like, somebody saw that a lot and
Yeah.
thought, leave it in.
They're like, it's real quick. No one's gonna notice.
Cut to me 50 years later, like, you sons of bitches.
But then this is like one of the, people's favorite movies of all time.
It's considered a classic.
Arguably the greatest movie of all time.
That's subjective, but it's
Right.
definitely a classic, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt it's a classic.
Yep. Beat his ass.
Doing Michael's over there hanging out. He's like, hey, what's up with your daughter? Can I marry her? And he's like, sure, basically.
Yeah, sure.
He's like, it's been like 2 weeks. He's like, I had a girlfriend, but fuck. It's been like 2 weeks. I'm already married again. He's like,
yeah, he kind of like, he kind of forces it, doesn't he? He
buys her a necklace, and then that's pretty much it. He teaches her how to drive. He buys her a necklace, teaches
like
her how to drive.
Intimidate her dad or something.
Well, he did, but he was like, I'll hang out with her, but with your permission. Even though he didn't need permission,
yeah,
he was still asking for permission, which is like a nice, like, mind fuck thing he did to that guy. He's like, I don't need to ask, but I'll ask to make it like seem like
to be legit.
Yeah.
Some shit.
Yeah, dude, I didn't think about it. Like, all these clips I got for this movie all, like, run together, like, in this little time period.
Oh, yeah? What's the next one you got?
Okay, so...
don't they murder homeboy?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to say. So he beat the shit out of her husband, humiliated him. He's been getting treated like shit by the family the whole time. They don't like him. They openly fucking are like whatever about the dude. So... what this guy does to get revenge is he beats Talia Shire some more, Connie, because he knows that her brother will be a hothead and come after him. So he's set up a hit. That's his revenge. And he puts it all together.
I see.
And so that would be this scene here. She's just called him and said he's hit me. James Cons is fucking speeding over to go kick his ass and probably kill him this time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like this pulls up to the...
like a toll booth.
Toll booth, yeah. You gotta love all these old cars and shit. I'm not a car guy, but they do look cool still. I know, imagine being the toll booth guy because he just ducks, you know.
Yeah, you don't really know if he lives. They don't show him. So they stop the cars. They gotta
light him up.
They boxed him in and they're just shooting the shit out of him. A lot of Tommy guns. He's holding it up surprisingly well. He's getting riddled with bullets. He's not going down. And he finally does.
The squibs.
But this is the best part. Wait.
You gotta kick him real quick.
When they got back, he's like, did you kick him in the face? He's like, yeah, boss. Tony kicked him in the face real good.
Just for you.
Kicked him in the face real good. You should have seen how I kicked him. He's like, good. Did you shoot him unnecessarily while he was on the ground dead? All right, yeah, you should have seen that. Tony did that too. I'm very proud of you, Tony.
Good stuff. Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah.
That's been referenced a lot.
A lot of these have been referenced in movies, and you just didn't know.
Quotable.
And then, so, he just died, and then they cut over to Sicily, where Michael's been hanging out. He's got a new life over there. Left his old life, got a new life. Hot wife.
Hot wife.
Fall in love with her. I mean, can't blame him.
New life, new wife.
I fell in love with her, too, like, immediately. And...
this one?
Yeah.
Cut to
Michael Corleone finding out his brother's dead.
Oh, yeah. He was in the...
Also, real quick, he fucking, at the beginning of this, he's like, young people don't respect anything these days. And this is like 1940s. And an old guy is saying, young people don't respect anything these days. Yeah, he's finding out his brother's dead.
He was just trying to teach what's-her-face how to drive.
dell'America.
She starts honking on him and shit.
I don't know what she says when she honks, but she could just say that anytime. Like, I love you.
Andiamo, dai, me l'avevi promesso.
I don't know what you said right there, but
it's very sexy.
Like she could be calling me a piece of trash, and I'll be like, I love you. I love you so much. I know, it's very sad. Her name's Apollonia.
Apollonia.
Fabrizio!
Yes.
Prepara la macchina.
Are you
Telling his
driving
bodyguard to
yourself,
get the car.
boss? Yes. Is your wife coming with you?
No, I want you to take her to her father's house till I know things are safe.
In retrospect, these
Okay, anything you
questions
say, boss.
are odd.
Ciao, dove è Apollonia?
Sta in da macchina, avrai una sorpresa, sta guidando da sola. Ah. Diventerà una brava moglie americana. Aspetta,
If
ti
you're
prepari il
listening, we're
bagaglio.
sorry. It's in, it's subtitled right now. We can't
Right.
tell you.
I mean, we could read. But
Fabrizio,
His bodyguard is suspiciously
Dove vai?
walking away.
where are you going?
Aspettami lì, che vengo da sola fino da te.
Uh-oh. I think I recognize that guy from another movie.
No! No, Apollonia!
Kablooey.
Capolonia.
Car bomb.
Got blown up. Car bomb. He's like, goodbye, my love.
I love it.
Like,
Great.
so he's
Great
like,
reference.
so when I was reading about it, there was a whole other scene that got deleted after that where he's mourning his wife who just got blown up.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, they cut right over to him just being in America and like talking to his old ex-lady.
Yeah.
Like right back in the saddle again.
Well, I mean,
Like
it
I
is
feel
a 3-hour movie.
I feel bad for that other family. This guy comes in, takes, marries the kid. She blows up. He leaves. Like he just rolls out.
Yeah,
He
that's
comes
true.
over there for
Feel
protection.
bad for the dad.
They protect him. Guy gives his beautiful daughter, away for marriage. He probably wasn't too happy about it, but let it happen because he's the Godfather or whatever. And then when she gets blown up in a car explosion, he leaves and he's like, "All right, guys, see ya."
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah, he's already got his old girlfriend back. Like the next day, it seems like that's how they cut it in the movie. But I think it was a while
Yeah.
in between. But the way they showed, it's like, oh shit, you literally just see her dead and burning in that car. Then cut to Al
Dead and
Pacino
gone.
being like, "What's up?"
Dead and gone.
Yeah. Death did come and steal her from the living.
And let's see. They have a meeting of the 5 heads of the families.
Yep.
And then
Don Corleone survives.
he's finally getting better a little bit.
He transfers power over to Al Pacino, and so he's running the family business. They put a stop to the war. Then he dies playing in the garden with his grandson.
Yeah.
Like time passes by. Like they don't really mention it, I don't think too much, but like years go by in this movie. At least I think that's how I understood it.
Sure.
And then, at the end, he's gonna take over power altogether. And so during a baptism ceremony for his niece, he arranges for all the other mob bosses to be eliminated, like all at once, while he's in a church doing that.
Yeah, and he's becoming the godfather to Connie's baby.
Yeah, which is Sofia
So
Coppola.
it comes full circle.
Yeah, and that's Sofia Coppola, baby.
Right.
And then he has her husband killed because he had
people getting
his
shot
brother
left and
killed.
right. Oh,
Classic, don't get in the car. You're like, that's cool. I wouldn't make my sister a widow. Hey, why don't you get in the car with these 4 guys? Nothing bad's going to happen to you. And then they don't even pull away. They just immediately start choking the dude out. And he's dead.
And he's dead.
He dead.
And that's basically it.
He got Pacino'd, and then
He got
He got Pacino'd. Yeah, Al Pacino takes control of like New York. He's killed everybody. Well, the one thing at the end I thought was interesting is Talia Shire comes running into him and is kind of throwing out his business in front of his new wife, who's just like married him. He's married again. He has kids now. And they're like, she's like, did you really do that? Talking about the murders and stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, did you really do that? And he's like, don't ask me about my business, Kate, or whatever the fuck. Well, he lets her ask one time, and she asks him if it's true about the things. And he looks at her for a minute. He's like, no. He's like, no. And it's like, and she goes, oh, okay, good enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, and then immediately she sees like guys coming in there and bowing to him and kissing his hand and like he's the fucking Godfather.
He's
you
the
stupid
fucking Godfather now.
Open up your eyes.
That's fun.
Yeah. That's the Godfather in a nutshell. Can't do it justice. It's 3 hours long. We'd be here all night.
I've never seen the second one, but it's got De Niro, right?
The second one is fucking dope, if I remember right.
I've heard people say it's better than the first.
Well, I haven't seen it since like maybe high school, but this is what's going on. You have like Al Pacino as Michael Corleone in the present day. And then you also have Robert De Niro playing his dad.
Younger Vito.
And it's like going back and forth, and you see how he rose to power, and you see all the shit he's dealing with. We'll have to get to that one at some point.
That's cool.
And then the third one came out in 1990. Like so many years later. I've never seen the third one. I don't want to say so. But anywho.
Yep. All right.
That's the Godfather.
So how you feeling on the ranking scale about watching this one at this moment in time?
This moment in time, I'm gonna give it a fucking 8. I'm going 8.
That's around where I'm at. I put 7-ish. So like, I could go 7.5 probably. It was a good watch.
Yeah.
People I mean, I'm sure it was a lot better back in the day when it came out, you know what I mean?
It was fresh.
Fresh and like people, it's something people probably have never seen
There's
before.
no other mobster movies to compare it to.
Right.
No, like it was the biggest movie of all time for a while.
Yeah.
I think like Jaws knocked it off. I think Jaws knocked it off.
We did Jaws.
I might be wrong, but I think Jaws knocked it off.
I love Jaws.
Yeah, I mean it did insanely well, and it was super popular. It's definitely a movie if you like movies in general and you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch at least once.
Fuck yeah, you gotta put that one under your belt.
Order a pizza or something. You're gonna be there for a while. Make sure you got plenty of supplies. Good flick though.
It's not as long as The Irishman.
No, how long's that one?
3.5.
Oh shit. Nope, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take a quick break, and then we'll get into the Big Lebowski.
All right, man.
With the Coen brothers. And we're back.
We're back.
Woo! With one of my favorite friggin' movies. Talking about the Big Lebowski now.
Big Lebowski.
Joel and Ethan Coen. I think one of them wrote it, or no, they both wrote it, but one of them directed it.
Joel Coen, which even if you showed me a picture, I couldn't tell you which one was who.
Yeah, I mean,
I just know them by name.
Yeah,
Big Lebowski released March 6, 1998. I didn't realize it was that old.
It's 90s, I know, right?
That. I was
Before
like early 2000s.
For the millennium.
Before millennium and willennium.
Get jiggy with it.
It had a budget of $15 million. And it
flopped,
made,
didn't it?
No, it made 47.
Oh, okay.
That's
good.
More than it made its budget back and
doubled
it. Yeah.
All right.
$47 million, Jack.
83% tomato meter.
Nice.
93 audience.
Nice.
Pretty high rated.
I bet that raised over the years. Well, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't think was around
Yeah.
But I think, like, over time, the movies gained, like, it didn't come out being, like,
I know, when did
as widely known as it is, maybe. It's like a cult classic, but over the years, it's, like, not so much a cult classic anymore. It's, like, just a classic. It lost the cult part.
I got a tagline. Actually, I think I got two. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. One of the taglines is, they figured he was lazy. Wait, they figured he was a lazy, time-wasting slacker. They were right. I don't know. I don't know about that one. And
the marketing people they didn't, yeah.
The second one is, her life was in their hands. Now her toe is in the mail.
Okay. I like that one better, but that's still not good. Like, was it on the
Her life is in your hands, dude.
Was that on the poster?
I don't know.
Like, you go to the movie theater and you're walking. Remember, you go to the movie theater and you're walking up and down like the big corridor with the different theaters, and they would have like the posters on the side of the wall.
Yeah.
You see it. You got Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, the whole crew up there. And what was the tagline? Like, her life was in their hands.
Now her toe is in the mail.
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
it's a ridiculous tagline.
To be fair,
you're like, what the fuck is this movie about?
To be fair, what would you have for a tagline for this movie? It'd be
Yeah,
hard to
I don't
put
know.
you can't really put a tagline on it.
Yeah,
like to nail it down.
It's a complicated movie.
I mean, it's a revenge movie about a rug. You know, like it all.
They peed on my rug.
Yeah, that could be the tagline. They peed on his rug. Like that would make just as much sense as the other two taglines.
He just wants his rug back.
Right.
Or he just wants a new rug.
Jeff Bridges is the dude, and he just wants his rug back.
Oh my god, this movie is endlessly quotable. You know, it's fucking, I don't know, it's ridiculous. And they said how this is a type of movie where the plot is like secondary. It's more about the characters and, you know, the quotability.
I could see that. Yeah, I like how you even threw a little dude in there, the quotability. I don't know, however you like, all right, man, damn. Yeah, that makes sense, because it is just them dealing with, like, scenarios as they come, and, like, Walter's there to throw wrenches into the scenarios to make it...
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's like...
Take it to another level.
Yeah, because he gets a new rug right at the beginning of the movie, but then they get roped in to a whole scheme.
I gotta mention about my dad. This is my dad's ashes, and it's because of this movie that they're in the Folgers can.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I never put it together. Well, that makes sense now.
Yeah, we got Sarah bought this little thing off eBay or whatever, and we put like a little bit of his ashes. We spread his ashes on the mountain that day. There's a vlog. There's a link to the vlog right here.
Oh shit! You know how to do that thing where you point and then like things pop.
Yeah, there'll just be a little tag thing that goes across the top.
You've come so far.
But yeah, my dad loved this movie, so we got a little Folgers can for some of his ashes, and it's been a part of the set ever since.
So it's safe to say that's where, like him liking the movie is why you like the movie.
Yeah,
it's like tied to that.
Yeah, it is. Well, my brother actually showed me this movie for the first time, and then, but yeah, he got it from my dad. So basically, yeah, same thing.
Cool. I was like, some movies for me are like emotionally tied to people.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense. Is that just me, or is that?
No, I get that.
More people.
It's like one you watch together or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just you watch that movie and you think about that person.
You had a fun memory of watching this with somebody.
Yeah, like Star Trek. You know, I think of my uncle because he used to take me to see all those movies when I was a kid.
That's cool.
Get me all the movies and the toys and shit. Like Christmas rocked. When I was a kid, I was like, well, fuck all this shit. Where's Uncle Jeff's gifts at? I know there's like a Star Destroyer in that motherfucker. Let's go.
Way to go, Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff, shout out.
You should have thought about that before you went and became an uncle. I love that line. That line is from that movie, Stealing Harvard. I always blank on that name. Anyways, yeah.
Fucking another good movie with a good cast, where casting is like everything.
Jeff Bridges and
as the dude.
John Goodman.
Walter.
Julianne Moore.
Maud. And then Steve Buscemi is
Donnie.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
John Turturro as the Jesus.
Yeah.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Yeah, it's a good cast. Fucking John Goodman was like made for this fucking character, dude. It's insane. I love him.
Sam Elliott too. He's also like narrating at the beginning.
Yeah, he kind of like
talking about the dude.
He's a good narrator. Like, I don't know.
He's got a great voice.
Did he like do other like? Is there like audiobooks of him reading? It might take a while. Like it might take a 3 hour long book might be 6 hours long, but like you're like, this is nice.
I should also mention that I'm a dudist. I got the certificate to prove it and shit.
Oh yeah, isn't that it right there?
There's a religion dedicated to the dude. If people don't know, and I'm part of it.
He's part of the secret society.
So yeah, I like to whip this out. It's a fun topic, conversation starter and shit. Whenever the bar,
you're just at the bar. You're like, hey, how you guys doing?
If someone mentions this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm part of the religion, bro. I could marry people. I'm ordained.
Well, there's like I said before, I read that there was like conventions. So there's like a religion
dedicated to the dude.
You're certified, and then there's like conventions. Like a Comic Con would be, but it's just Lebowski themed.
Well, they talk about how zen the dude is. You know what I mean? He's like
he's relaxed at all times. Well, I mean, other when he's like flipping out on like Walter or something like that here and there, but he's super chill about everything.
Yeah, he's pretty chill, dude.
At the beginning of the movie, you meet him, and he's immediately getting his head shoved into a toilet, and he's like,
"Where's the money, Lebowski?"
He's like, "I don't know." He's like, I think it's down there or something like that.
It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
They shove his head back in the toilet.
My wife, the toilet seat's up. He's like, isn't this dude supposed to be rich?
He's like,
he pulls out the bowling ball from the bag. He's like, what the hell is this? Obviously, you're not a golfer. That's a great line.
Bowling is like a big part of this movie, too.
I know.
Which is,
bowling movies are awesome, dude. Kingpin, that is a fantastic movie. Along with this one.
The dude that won, the guy starts pissing on the rug.
Yeah.
What does he
right
say
at the beginning?
There?
At least I'm housebroken.
Well, before that, what does he fucking say about the rug? Because there's like a store. Oh, he's like, it's really tying the room together.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it really tied the room together. He says that a bunch of times.
So I got like a little note about the origins of the dude, and this might be wrong. Maybe I'm not an expert. This is fucking I read some shit.
Sure.
They said the character was inspired by a guy named Jeff Dowd, D-O-double-D, D-O-W-D, not D-O-double-D like dog. Or Dodge. Whatever the fuck I'm saying. I can't
Snoop
talk.
D-O-double-G.
Yeah. And this guy was a film producer and an activist that the Coen brothers met while they were trying to find a distributor for their first movie, Blood Simple. Anyway, this guy, Jeff Dowd, he was a member of this clique called the Seattle Seven, which was a radical anti-Vietnam War, gang movement thing. Anyway.
Interesting.
Anyway, this dude liked to drink White Russians. And
I love a good White Russian. Have you ever had one?
Where it's like vodka and milk, right?
Yeah,
and some
Baileys.
people make it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had like a poor man's where it was like vodka and chocolate milk.
All right.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. That's
but this guy, he had a rug and he was really proud of it, and he said it tied the room together. Just random shit.
Fucking A.
That's just like, that's what writing is a lot. You get ideas just from like people you meet
From
or
everyday life.
Everyday thing.
Yeah.
You remember that? Like, that is funny. This dude
Yeah.
was so proud about his rug. Like, he would talk about it, how it
Make
ties
a-
his room together.
Make a mental note of this guy and how much he loves the rug.
And like something I read about the Coen brothers and their writing process is, a lot of times they'll be writing and they'll hit like a roadblock. They'll put it down for a while, do something else, come back to it, and then they always got like shit in motion, which I can relate to because I've been writing for a hobby for a while, and I've got like multiple stories where I'm like, all right, I hit like a brick here, let me jump over on this one, and then like
cool.
come back and shit. So I'm like, that's cool. Like, it's nice to know that like these people who've written and made these movies go through the whole process. They're like, it might sit on the shelf for a few years, and then they'll come back. Hey, remember that movie we were writing about that? You're like, yeah, we should finish that. I have this idea for it.
I just thought of an ending.
Yeah.
That's
bowling.
Cool. So bowling, right? That's exciting.
Yeah, bowling.
I just like, right off the bat, there's just jokes and shit. Like we already mentioned, at least I'm housebroken and you're not a golfer. It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look. The jokes are flying, bro. And the dialogue in this movie, just how everybody talks to each other and shit, is just like...
Yeah.
It seems very natural,
It
kinda.
does. It doesn't seem very hacky.
Yeah, or like written out.
Yeah.
It seems like they had a good rapport with each other.
Godfather tie-ins. Jeff Lebowski in the movie, the dude in the wheelchair.
Uh-huh.
The
real Lebowski.
The real Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
That role was offered to Robert Duvall, who played Tom, the consigliere, the council guy from The Godfather.
Okay.
He turned it down. It was also offered to Marlon Brando, but he was experiencing health issues. He's really old.
They wanted Brando.
Brando got offered.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, he could have been that guy. Just a little tie-in.
Did I urinate on your rug?
Yeah, he's like, where's that my problem? He's like, if everybody in town, whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah.
Would I owe them new rugs too?
It's basically Walter's fault that this whole thing. Yeah.
Every fucking time he fucks it up somehow.
Well,
he fucks up everything.
He's the one who starts this whole thing because the dude probably wouldn't have done anything, but then they're talking about it at the bowling alley, and he's like, he urinated on your rug, and then he explains how it's the actual Jeffrey Lebowski's fault that his rug got urinated. And so the dude he's like, yeah, it is his fault.
Yeah, even when he gets there, he kind of like quotes whatever John Goodman said to him. He's, like he uses it. But then even after that, he gets a new rug.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Yeah. Well, he tricks him. He's like on his way out. He's like, yeah, he said I could take one of the rugs.
He said, take any rug in the house.
So he takes it. But
and you got someone just carrying the rug out there.
You meet Philip Seymour Hoffman as that guy is like Butler.
Oh my God, he's so over dramatic, and oh my God, he's so
Mr.
funny.
Lebowski, he's pretty funny in it.
I love him in this movie. He's like,
Mr.
please don't touch that.
He's like, oh, the rug? Well, we're not worried about that thing. Like,
and that's where you meet Bunny too. She's painting her toenails. Oh, super hot.
Super hot, Tara Reid.
I love her. Yeah, she's like, I'll suck your dick for $1,000. He's like, I'm gonna just go find a cash machine.
Yeah, like he's got that kind of money. And she's like, well, he can watch too, but it's $500 for him or something. Talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Right.
He's like real nervous, laughing and shit.
Awkward
laughing the whole time.
And you got the nihilist asleep in the pool.
But Walter...
He's a nihilist. Oh, that must be exhausting.
Yeah, he's all fucked up. You were, like a second ago, you said how Walter kind of like causes everything.
Yeah.
Even after all that, and they call him back, and they want him to come in and do this money exchange. Like, the dude was just going to take the money and drop it off where he was supposed to. Walter's like, the fucking amateurs.
Yeah.
He fucks that whole thing up.
He brings a different suitcase full
with
of underwear.
Old dirty underwear. And he's like, this is the, he's like, the dude, Jeff Bridges, doesn't want to, he doesn't really want to do this. But John Goodman is fucking,
He's very adamant.
John Goodman on one hand is like a crazy, like, intimidation kind of character, flies off the handle right, but he's still like completely whipped by his fucking ex-wife.
I know.
Somehow
He brought the dog bowling.
it's his ex-wife's dog.
I didn't rent it shoes.
You brought a dog bowling, man?
I didn't bring it bowling.
Yeah.
I didn't rent it shoes. I'm not buying it a fucking beer.
I know. He's so good. And well, then he's still practicing his ex-wife's religion and all that stuff
Shomer
too.
Shabbos.
It's a Saturday.
I don't roll on Shabbos.
Well, speaking of rolling, one of the first scenes you meet him is at the bowling alley, and one of the people they're bowling with is perceived to have crossed the line.
Oh,
and
Smokey.
John Goodman. Smokey. We got that clip if you want to play it.
Yeah, we'll cut to the over the line clip.
Yeah, over the line, Smokey.
And
He's like, come on, man,
just
it's
got
Smokey.
Donnie in the background just rolling fucking
He's like, so
strikes.
what if he
and
went
shit.
over the line? It's not a big deal. He's like,
His toe slipped.
he's like, this is a league play.
It's a league game, Smokey.
That he was late to.
Am I the only one who gives a fucking goddamn about the rules?
Yeah, next round robin.
Slamming him tonight.
Yeah.
You guys are dead in the
Love
water.
Buscemi in this role.
Way to go, Donnie! If you will it is no dream.
Fucking 20 minutes late, man. What the fuck is that?
Theodore Herzl.
Huh?
State of Israel. If you will it, dude, it is no dream.
What the fuck you talking about, man? The carrier. What's in the fucking carrier?
The dude actually reminds me of my dad a
Think
lot.
it's Pomeranian. I
Yeah.
can't leave him home alone or eats the furniture.
I could see that.
I'm watching it while Cynthia and Marty Ackerman are in
You
Hawaii.
brought a fucking Pomeranian bowling?
Brought it bowling. I didn't rent it shoes. I'm not buying it a fucking beer. He's not taking your fucking turn, dude.
Man, if my fucking ex-wife asked me to take care of her fucking dog while she and her boyfriend went to Honolulu, I told her to go fuck herself. Why can't you board it?
First of all, dude, you don't have an ex. Secondly, this is a fucking show dog with fucking papers. You can't board it, it gets upset.
Hey,
Its
man.
hair falls out.
Walter.
Fucking
no.
dog has fucking papers. Over the line! I'm sorry, Smokey. You were over the line. That's a foul.
Bullshit. Market 8, dude.
Excuse me. Market 0, next frame.
Bullshit, Walter. Market 8, dude.
Smokey, this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
Always brings it back to
Come on,
Nam.
it's just, hey man,
Face down in
Smokey,
the
so
muck.
his toe slipped over a little, you know? It's just a game, man.
This is a league game. This determines who enters the next round robin. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I wasn't.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I wasn't over. Give me the marker, dude. I'm marking an 8.
You're entering
Smokey,
a
my
world
friend.
of pain.
You're entering a world of pain.
Walter, man.
You
Flash
mark that
your
frame and
fucking
you're
piece.
entering a world of pain.
I'm not.
A world of pain.
Look, dude, this is your partner.
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Market 0.
They're calling the cops, man. Put the piece away.
Market 0.
Walter, put the piece away.
Walter?
You think I'm fucking around here? Market 0.
What a great. He's fucking. His acting is great, dude.
John
He's so
Goodman's
fucking
great.
serious right
All right,
here.
it's fucking
He
0.
kind of steals the movie
You
for
happy,
me.
you
A
crazy
little bit.
fuck?
Like, Bridges is
It's
great.
It's a league
but-
game, Smokey. Oh my god.
Bridges is great, but you turn John Goodman up, you turn the dial up on him, and he's great, dude.
He's so good.
He's fucking great.
I'm the only one that gives a... You pull your piece out, I'll take it from you, stick it up your ass, and pull the trigger till it goes click.
Fuck, it's Toro.
Yeah, John Turturro. Over the line. And then, so yeah, it turns out Bunny was kidnapped. They try to get him to
Do a money
do the
exchange.
exchange.
Walter, John Goodman fucks that up.
Yeah.
They don't get
there
the
was
money.
The Jesus part.
They don't get the money. The dude's car gets stolen.
Oh, yeah. And his freaking car gets fucking dinged up throughout this whole movie. Just
it's worse
and worse and worse. It's funny.
Yeah, his car gets fucking stolen with the money inside. Where do they go inside, like a restaurant or some shit, and come back out and the car's gone?
Yeah.
Or they go bowling.
Yeah. Fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling. Yeah, that's what he says
every time.
After the fucking thing got all fucked up.
He says that later, too, right?
Towards the end.
The car gets stolen, but inside the car, the evidence they find... Well, they find that piece of paper, and we got a clip of that, too.
Yeah. They find this kid's homework.
Mm-hmm. They find his homework and track him down.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, no, man. We didn't want to give the impression that we were police exactly. We're hoping it won't be necessary to call the police. But that's up to little Larry here.
Kid's dad's like on an iron lung in the background or some shit. Like,
this kid just dead faces him the whole time.
He's dead facing him, and then you just hear the in the background.
Is this your homework, Larry?
The iron lung.
Is this your homework, Larry?
Look, man.
Dude, please. Is this your homework, Larry?
Ask him about the car, man.
Is this yours, Larry?
He wanted to look.
Is this your homework, Larry?
Is that your car out front?
Is this your homework, Larry?
We know it's his fucking homework. Where's the fucking money, you little brat?
Look, Larry, have you ever heard of Vietnam?
Oh,
you're entering a world of pain, son. We know that this is your homework. We know that you stole a car.
And the fucking money.
And the fucking money. And we know that this is your homework.
We're gonna cut your dick off, Larry.
You're killing your father, Larry.
They cut off your Johnson.
You're killing your father, Larry.
All right, that one guy was pointless. Okay,
this part's good.
Time for Plan B.
Dude, I wanted to be.
You might want to watch out that front
I wanted
window,
to
Larry.
be the dude for Halloween, dude. I need to like cut my hair a little.
When you fuck a stranger in the ass.
Get a beige robe and
shit. You don't
shit.
need to commit that much for one night.
Prick stonewalling me.
Stonewalling.
Walter, what are you doing, man?
You're just listening. John Goodman is about to grab like a tire iron and smash the shit, or crowbar, and smash the shit out of what he thinks is this kid's car.
See what happens, Larry? See what happens? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry.
Just yelling that in fucking residential neighborhood.
Larry. You see what happens, Larry?
It's a Corvette too.
You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass? This is what happens.
My fucking car.
See what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass? This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger. What the fuck are you doing, man? Stop it.
He's like, I fuck up your car. That's not his car, man.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I just bought the fucking car last week. Come on, man. I'll kill your fucking car, man.
I'll kill your fucking car.
Hey, that's not his head. God damn it. Fuck you. You like that? Fuck you. I'll kill you fucking car.
His dude's car, man, just keeps getting beat up.
Clip cut off before it cuts to them like eating food, and like, you know, all the windows are out.
There's an In-N-Out burger right there. Yeah.
Fucking.
You do get the Jesus part, and this just like John Turturro. That's basically his own. He's just there to be the fucking nemesis in their bowling league and shit.
Yeah.
But he's a pederast.
Yeah, he's got
8-year-olds, dude.
Yeah, 8-year-olds, dude. And it's funny, like, I think I got it. How many times he says "dude," and how many times I got some.
Oh, you got the dude count.
I got some counts.
All right.
We had the "Hey Joe, Hey Gus" count last week.
What do you say, Gus?
That still gives me nightmares. So. The dude, Jeff Bridges, says, I'll ask you, how many times do you think he says, man?
Man?
Yeah.
123.
123. You're not too far off. 147 times.
Hey.
Or about 1.5 times a minute. And
it makes it weird when you put it in that context.
And the F word, fuck, the F word was said 292 times.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good fuck count.
Yeah. It's not the highest of all time, though.
Who is it, Tarantino?
No, I believe it. They said that the number one of all time was a Spike Lee movie. Had like 400 fucks in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he set the bar high. It's a record that nigh will be broken.
How many dudes did you get that?
No, just mans. But
Oh,
we can
okay.
find out real quick. That's the power of the internet. You keep talking for a second. Kevin's gonna drive.
Let's see what else they had. Oh, the rug that the dude stole was sentimental to Maud, which is the Big Lebowski's daughter.
Well, the guy in the wheelchair, yeah.
Yeah.
The real Lebowski, who he went and he stole his rug.
Right. He said, take any rug in the house. So they knock him out, and there's like a dream sequence, and they steal the rug.
Nice.
Those dream sequences are
Those
fun.
were nice, yeah.
A couple of different... He's like flying through the sky and shit.
Like, I wouldn't mind watching this movie under the right circumstances sometime.
I hear what you mean. I'm
okay.
picking up what you're laying down.
You dude what I'm Lebowski in? Speaking of dude.
Mind if I do a J?
Yeah. He just speaking of that, for the dude Jeff Bridges to look like he just smoked before every scene, he would rub his eyes real hard.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's method acting.
There you go.
That's method. Like Daniel Day-Lewis, okay, whatever, dude. So what? You lived this character for 4 years, whatever. Jeff Bridges, he rubbed his eyes.
I don't know how long that was off.
Oh well. We got faces for radio.
That's true.
Okay, how many times do you think the word dude was used?
I'm going... is it over 2?
No.
Under?
No.
Oh, okay.
Under 2.
It's got to be more than man.
It is.
170.
Close. 161.
All right.
There you go. Also, the F word being heard 292 times reportedly tops The Frequency and Scarface. Another Al Pacino tie.
We just mentioned that movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I've seen it once, maybe twice. I didn't get it. It got really popular there when we were younger, right?
Yeah.
Scarface was like insane there for a while.
People thought they were gangsters and they wore Scarface shirts.
Yeah,
and shit.
like you would go to anybody's house and they had a fucking Scarface poster right there. You're like, what the fuck? Everywhere I go.
I don't know
Anyway,
if it's that great.
Back to Lebowski.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets knocked out, and then Maud wants him to come get. She wants him to get the money back, basically.
Mm-hmm. Julianne Moore, which swing.
I like her too.
I like some Julianne Moore. What's up? I'd like some more.
What was she in? Magnolia, maybe, that I watched.
I don't know. She's like one of those actresses who's just been in some shit. I randomly remember her from a Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie. What the fuck was that movie called? Scarlett Johansson was in it too. Don Juan.
Oh.
Did you ever see Don Juan?
No, I thought about watching it.
It's decent.
Yeah.
It's got Julianne Moore and Scarlett Johansson in it. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not great. Not bad.
And then they get the toe. That's a funny part. Yeah, they get when he's talking to Walter about the toe. He's like, "You want a toe? I can get you a toe.
Yeah,
I'll get you a toe by 3 o'clock.
By 3 o'clock. Yeah.
With nail polish."
Because he's like, "Look, it looks real." He's like, amateur. He's amateur. He's like,
fucking
anybody can paint a toe, dude.
I'm finishing my coffee.
Yeah, Walter, he causes all the shit. He's what keeps the fucking movie going almost, like just by him
reacting to shit.
Getting fucking shit fucked up.
Yeah.
The dude just kind of like goes along with shit and reacts to shit as it happens to him, and he doesn't really give a fuck.
Right.
Most of the time.
He's zen.
And then Donnie, he never knows what's happening. Donnie never knows what's happening, and then as soon
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Yeah, and then as soon as he asks about it,
wander into a conversation aimlessly like a child.
He does though. Like, I love the dynamic.
I am the walrus.
He's like, he keeps saying it over and over again, trying to get himself heard, but he does, and then he never really seems to know what's happening. He does come in the middle of conversations, and then is promptly told to shut the fuck up by John Goodman.
What's his problem, dude?
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
And you got the nihilists, which one of them is Flea from the Chili Peppers.
Oh, I remember you saying that. Didn't you say that last episode? And I didn't even remember that.
Yeah.
Which one was it? He wasn't the main one.
No, he was the secondary one.
Guy.
Like, whenever there's a big fight, he gets like hit with the with the bowling ball.
Oh,
goes,
okay. Yeah.
That's Flea from the Chili Peppers.
I have to go back and watch that sometime.
They threaten to cut off his Johnson. They throw a ferret into his tub when he's trying to take it.
And he screams. Yeah. It's terrifying for him. But it's a ferret.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's a ferret. It just made me think of Kindergarten Cop.
He calls it a marmot, I think. You got the Sam Elliott part. Do you have to use so many dang cuss words?
Where he's talking to him at
the
bar.
What the fuck are you talking about? Because Sam Elliott, he really digs the dude's style. And then that's why he's kind of narrating the story. Yeah. Los Angeles.
Yeah, at the beginning, he's like, there's one kind of man, or whatever.
Yeah.
The dude.
The dude.
He's
I'm talking about the dude.
He's like, well, what does he say? He's like, I pretty much said all I could say about the dude.
Yeah.
Just whatever he was saying at the beginning. He has a monologue at the beginning trying to describe him.
Right.
He's like, every generation, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. I'm butchering it. Don't come at me.
Yeah. You get the part where the dude's driving and he's just fucking drinking a beer and he's fucking jamming out to Creedence and shit. And he's smoking a roach. Dude.
It's that classic GIF. There's like a GIF of it where you're excited and it's him fucking.
He's like pounding on the ceiling or something.
He's always got his roach clips out, always fucking token.
And the way he fucking crashes his car into the fucking dumpster is hilarious.
It's the worst fucking.
Because he goes to throw the roach out, but the window is closed, and so it falls on his lap.
Yeah, I should have got that clip. Damn, I didn't think of that. That's a good clip. Fuck.
The way the car hits the dumpster is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't think of that clip. Damn it. That was a funny part.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so, in the end, the girl gets returned. Well, fucking, that's before Donnie dies, right? Buscemi?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Buscemi has a heart attack during the shootout and like the brawl with the fucking.
That's the fight with the nihilists.
He has a heart attack.
He's like, there was no shots. He's having a heart attack. And you can feel like, John Goodman. He really cares for Donnie, even though he's been so harsh on Donnie.
Tells him to shut the fuck up every time they're in a scene together.
But you can tell he cares.
Well, when you want to get to that, I do have the clip of the spreading of the ashes of Donnie.
All right, Well, there's the part where he goes to Jackie Treehorn's, and like he sees him writing something on the little notepad or whatever, and then he goes to do the fucking pencil rubbing, and it's just the guy with the dick. He's like, what he was on the phone, like he was writing down a note or something, and he was just drawing a guy with a dick. That's so fucking funny. You got the other tripping out scene. See what condition my condition was in.
Is that the one where with like all the dancers?
Yeah, he's like floating through their legs, and he turns around.
Well, because there's two dream sequences.
Yeah,
like the first time he gets
punched
listening.
out.
He's listening to like I don't know if it's like him bowling
No.
Or if it's like a tape of somebody else bowling, like it's like a champion. Oh, but all you hear is just like pins getting knocked down.
Yeah.
And he's so happy. And
he's
then
laying sprawled out on the rug that he's took from the other Lebowski.
Yep, he's perfectly content. He's listening to a game of bowling, and then he gets punched in the face, and he's flying like over fucking California and shit and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the second one was that whole.
I like
thing.
how you see the stars. Was it the second time, like the bowling alley, and like you see the star, like I don't know,
and he's all running from the bowling ball, and the bowling ball is like
gets him.
He goes right through the finger hole and shit,
and he's like rolling down the fucking.
That part's weird. Like
I know,
trips me out.
That's what I'm saying. If you watch this movie under the right circumstances,
I'm down for that.
Like maybe you know.
Let me see. It's revealed that Bunny still has her toe.
One of the nihilists cut off her own toe.
Jeffrey and Maude make love, and she's like, she's trying to conceive.
Yeah, I'm in there trying to conceive, man, or whatever. He's like, what does he say?
He does a spit take.
This is like the second time I've seen this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've had it on DVD for years, but.
There's a part where he mentions that he was a roadie for Metallica.
Yep.
Speed of Sound tour.
He called them like assholes or something like that.
Let's see. Turns out Lebowski kept the money, right?
The regular.
Yeah.
Jeff Lebowski.
He's like, I'm not Lebowski.
The real
dude.
The real
You're
Lebowski.
So yeah.
Which how many Lebowskis are running around?
I know. I've never heard of that name before. Yeah, and it's the day that Donnie doesn't get the strike, because he's getting strikes throughout the whole movie,
right?
And then that one time he doesn't get the strike, and that's when they have the fight with the nihilists, and Donnie dies, and they don't want to pay for an urn, so they go to Ralph's and get a Folgers can.
Well, that's
It's like, we're just gonna spread it. We don't need a fucking $150 urn or whatever.
Like, it was like $350 or some shit.
Yeah, probably.
He was like, that is our most modest receptacle.
You guys got a Ralph's around here?
And
the speech is very nice when he's about to spread the ashes. I mean, he doesn't say a whole lot, but you can tell he cares for
He
Doc.
does.
They both do.
But
Very much
it's kind
so.
of funny. He does Walter shit, though.
Good bowler and a good man. He was one of us.
And this is...
He was a man who loved the outdoors.
He's giving a speech for Donnie.
And bowling.
This is the
and
only...
as a surfer, he explored the beaches of Southern California from
It's the only time they mention he was a
Leo
surfer.
Carrillo, and up to Pismo. He died, as so many young men of his generation before his time. In your wisdom, Lord, you took him. As you took so many bright, flowering young men at Quezon, at Londoc, at Hill 364.
In a weird
These
way,
young men
it's
gave their lives.
very touching. I don't know.
So Donnie.
It's heartwarming, touching, and funny.
Donnie, who loved bowling.
Checks all the boxes.
And so, Theodore Donald Karabatsos, in accordance with what we think your dying wishes might well have been, we commit your final mortal remains to the bosom of the Pacific Ocean, which you loved so well. Good night, sweet prince.
I want to cry.
You're listening, the ashes just got blown all over Jeff Bridges. It's all over.
Oh shit, dude, I'm sorry.
What the fuck,
Goddamn
Walter?
wind.
God damn it, Walter. You fucking asshole.
Dude, I'm sorry.
It's a fucking travesty with you, man.
I'm sorry, it was an accident.
What was that shit about Vietnam?
Dude, I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Does anything have to do with Vietnam?
Dude, I'm
what
sorry.
the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I'm sorry.
Fucking... Walter.
Tear. Donnie he's a small part of the movie, but for some reason you really cared about that guy.
Yeah, Buscemi. Old Buscem.
Buscem man, the Buscem dog.
Buscem man, yeah.
And then after that, he's like, fuck it, dude, let's go bowling. And that's basically the end right there. Tell you what.
See if I got any random
See
shit
what
I
condition
wrote
my
down.
condition was in. Yeah, yeah. The soundtrack's pretty good, right? They play a lot of classic rock and shit like that.
Oh, so the rubbing the eyes thing, this is the quote. According to Joel Cohen. The only time, I guess it's the only time they've ever directed Jeff Bridges. Is that the only time he's been in a Coen Brothers movie?
I feel like, yeah.
Because John Goodman came back.
Oh, yeah, he was in Raising Arizona. He was in...
so he was before, too. I
yeah.
didn't realize that.
And
I didn't realize Raising Arizona.
Yeah, that's Coen Brothers. And also...
Yeah,
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Thou?
He's like a fucking... he's like a grand wizard or something.
Yeah. Well, I guess Joel Cohen would say he would come over to the beginning of the scene. Jeff Bridges, I think if I'm reading it, Jeff Bridges would come over to him before the beginning of a scene and ask him, do you think the dude burned one on the way over? And Joel would say, yes. And so Jeff would go over in the corner and start rubbing his eyes to get them bloodshot. That's funny.
Do you know who his brother is? Jeff Bridges?
Huh.
Bo Bridges?
Who the fuck's that?
He's another actor.
What's he in?
He was My Name is Earl's dad. You didn't watch that, did you?
Not very much, no. I know Jason Lee's in it, and what's that one dude?
Ethan Suplee.
Yeah.
This dude.
He looks vaguely familiar, like I've seen him in something.
They look... You can see the resemblance, but I
don't think he looks that much like Jeff Bridges.
If Jeff Bridges shaved his fucking goatee and shit, because I was watching some of the fucking extras on this, and there was them just talking and shit, and he looked like him a lot more in that one. And then his father is fucking another actor.
Jeff Bridges has been around, dude, for a while.
Yeah, look at this photo. I think I've seen the guy in the middle on a Seinfeld, maybe.
It's like IMDb him.
Yeah. But anyways, what do you rate this movie? Wasn't it a fun watch?
I liked it. Yeah, a lot. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna go double 8s.
Dude, I wrote down 8.5 or higher. I think I could easily go to 9. Dude,
go wherever you
had
feel
so
like
much,
you need to go.
I love it, dude. It's so much fun to watch.
It was a nice watch. Probably, yeah, watch it again next time I watch it. It might be sometime.
Be in a different headspace.
Under the right conditions.
Right. All right.
You talking about weather? Yeah. Nice day.
What condition my condition was in.
Yeah. Well, what you got for next episode?
Yeah, all right, let's wrap this up and talk about what we're going to talk about on the next one.
We're pre-talking about it.
So I already gave a hint that Ben Kingsley was in it.
And not Iron Man 3.
Nope. But speaking of Iron Man, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. Yeah, tie-in.
We already did
He was good in that movie,
We did
too.
that movie. He was bald. I've never seen him bald before.
He had a beard, and he was bald and evil. So evil.
All right, who else you got in it? Morgan Freeman. You got Bruce Willis. You know where I'm going yet?
No.
You got Lucy Liu. And the main actor, Josh Hartnett. You know what I'm talking about yet?
Is it Lucky Number 11?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Have you seen that?
A long time ago. I feel like, yeah.
I love this movie, dude.
Like, this is like, what was it, like 2006, 2007-ish?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, because what happened to Josh Hartnett? That's how you know you can time period him.
I love that dude, man.
He was in a good movie called Hollywood Homicide with Harrison Ford.
I remember that one.
But I'm just saying, you can time period that dude where he was hot, or like not physically hot, but like
he is
his
physically
career.
hot. I think he is.
But it was like his career, he was making shit. It's like, okay, yeah, he stopped making shit in 2010, so that must be.
They should call him Josh Heartthrob.
Oh, they probably did.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. You can see it on Tubi if you want, free with ads. Do you got Tubi?
Maybe. I know I got that one called Pluto.
Yeah.
I think we watched one movie off there.
Yeah.
Was that Simon Birch? Or was that Tubi?
Or I think maybe it was...
I forget. It was that
John Malkovich.
Yeah, I don't forget which one. Okay.
But Tubi, yeah, it's free, and it's a pretty good service. But I do have it on DVD. I think it's all dirty, though.
Lucky number 11. I'm going to go Gangs of New York.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to pull the trigger on it.
Bam.
Instead of waiting.
You know what? That's on HBO. But I think it might be leaving HBO soon.
Well, I guess I have to watch it soon. But
I'm not
I like to watch our movies like in the few days leading up to when we record, that way they're fresher.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I watched The Big Lebowski on Monday. That's probably the most farthest out I've watched one of the movies we did.
I get that.
I usually like do that, got a test tomorrow, let me stay up all night and study kind of thing.
Well, that should be fun. I've only seen that movie once before, and I did like it.
Yeah, it's got your boy. Yeah. You're my boy, Blue.
Daniel Day.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day.
DiCaprio. Cameron Diaz.
Right.
John C. Reilly.
Nice.
Martin Scorsese. It's an actual Scorsese one.
It's an actual one. I'm glad Kevin knows, because I didn't know that. Double check.
Cool, man. Well, this was a fun one.
Yeah.
Watch it. If you haven't seen it, we already spoiled it all for you, but it's still worth the watch.
Yeah. Watch it.
Godfather. Watch it.
Give it a watch.
Good times. Yeah. Thanks for watching this.
Yeah. Take it easy. Until next time.
Take it sleazy. The tagline is
Gabagoo. Family tradition.
It's a gabagool time.